Hello, and welcome to this special place to be with God. Anywhere we are, in our homes, or at church, or anywhere else, can be a special place to be with God. A place where we can listen to God and talk to God. We can tell the stories of God. Sometimes we talk a little more softly because we know that someone else might be talking to God and we don't want to disturb them. And we don't have to hurry, because we have all the time we need. Let's start our time together with a greeting. Christ is risen. And your response is, Christ is risen indeed. Today is the 6th Sunday after Pentecost. And we're going to light our Christ candle because it's always a good reminder that Christ is with us wherever we go, and especially when we gather to hear one of God's stories. And first I'm going to read our story out of the Bible. It's in the book of Matthew, which is the first book of the New Testament, right? And this is from chapter 13, and it's verses 1 through 9. That same day, Jesus went out of the house and sat beside the sea. Such great crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat there while the whole crowd stood on the beach. And he told them many things in parables, saying, "Listen, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seeds fell on the path, and the birds came and ate them up. Other seeds fell on rocky ground, where they did not have much soil, and they sprang up quickly since they had no depth of soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched, and since they had no root, they withered away. Other seeds fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. Other seeds fell on good soil and brought forth grain, some 100-fold, some 60, and some 30. Let anyone with ears listen." So now we're going to sing "Be Still and Know." And we always sing this song together because it helps us get ready. So I am going to let you get your bodies ready. And then I hope you'll sing along with me, and this helps us quiet ourselves so that we're ready to listen and watch one of God's stories. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. So when we sing that song together, we know that it's time to watch one of God's stories. So I'm going to move our candle to the side so that we have plenty of room. I wonder if this is a parable. It might be, because parables are precious, like gold, and this box is gold. It looks kind of like a present. Well, parables can be like presents. We can't buy them or take them or steal them. They've already been given to us. They are already ours. There's another reason this might be a parable, because it has a lid. And sometimes parables seem to have lids on them. But when you lift the lid of a parable, you find something precious inside. I know. Let's lift the lid of the parable, or lift the lid and see if it's a parable. I wonder what this could be. You might have some ideas. It might be a field. It could be a road. You might have other ideas of what this might be. Once, there was someone who said such amazing things and did such wonderful things that people began to follow him. And one day, he told them this parable. A sower went out to sow. And as the sower sowed the seeds, some fell on the path. And the birds came and ate the seeds. Some seeds fell on rocky soil. And they began to grow roots, but because the soil was so rocky, they didn't get down very far. And when those plants started to grow, the sun came out and withered them away. Some seeds fell among thorns. And when those plants started to grow, the thorns grew and they crowded out the roots, and those plants died. But some seeds fell on good soil. And those seeds put down roots, and they grew, and they grew, and they grew, and the plants got tall. And when it became time for the harvest, they brought forth grain. Some 30, some 60, some 100 bushels full of grain. I wonder about those seeds that fell on the path, and I wonder how the birds felt about those seeds. I wonder why the plants that grew in the rocky or the thorny soil weren't strong enough to survive. I wonder how the plants felt that grew out of the good soil. And I wonder what was in the good soil that helped those plants grow so well. I wonder if you have ever planted any seeds. And I wonder why Jesus told this story. Now I'm going to change the light. And we do that because it reminds us that the light that's in one place at one time can actually be in many places at all times, wherever we go. Amen.